It is Vintage Pet Month at the Pennsylvania SPCA. It's kind of a nice way of talking about older dogs and cats. Before you write them off, consider the benefits they have over those young whip-your puppies. Here's NBC 10's Dawn Timothy.
Walter and Shorty have two major things in common. They're both pugs, and they're both old men.
Yeah, all right, come on. You want to clock me? You think you can take me? Come on.
Not necessarily grumpy old men.
I just don't think they're grumpy old men at all. Come on, Shorty.
But they are a pair of senior guys who are set in their ways.
These are my boys. They're just old guys.
And that's part of the appeal of adopting an older pet, according to the Pennsylvania SPCA.
As you get an older pet, what you see is what you get.
And what you get can be wonderful. A pet who is usually mature, easier to care for, and already trained. Some of the many reasons Mark Peralta of the PSPCA prefers older pets and has two of his own.
I have Walter. He's my 10-year-old pug. I adopted him last November here from the Pennsylvania SPCA. So he was found out front, tied to a pole. So we brought him in, and I fell in love and adopted him.
There's also Shorty, another 10-year-old pug Mark adopted from a shelter.
I actually am partial to senior pets or vintage pets per se.
Puppies and kittens have evolving personalities, but Mark says within the first 10 minutes of meeting an older dog or cat, you can get a good sense of who they really are.
It's a lot easier to pick there and see if they fit your lifestyle.
And if your lifestyle is hectic, a senior is usually not.
I'm active, I work a lot, so they're pretty laid back and pretty easy to take care of, and perfect kind of pet for me. Whereas if I had a puppy, it would be more difficult because I don't have enough time to spend training and just giving them the attention that they need.
Another big plus, most older dogs are house trained and they've reached full size.
First, preconceived notion, I want to go in, I want to get a puppy, it's going to be so much fun, but it's the attention, the house training, seeing what they'll develop, or maybe right now they're 20 pounds, they might grow to be 80.
The PSPCA is really focused on what it calls vintage pets, and they're aware of the concerns people might have.
The biggest thing that people think is, I don't want to have it for 2 years and then it, not be with us any longer. So depending on the dog, even if they're senior, they can live a nice, happy life. I don't really see the drawbacks.
Another big concern, this pet is unwanted. What's wrong with it?
I can tell you proof positive with Walter, absolutely nothing. So who knows? We can speculate all day as to why people give up pets, but it's just something happened and the people just didn't feel that they could have their pet and wanted to take it to the shelter to find another home.
And what about the old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
Older dogs, as I said, are a lot more ingrained into who they are, just like we are when we get older, but you can certainly take an old dog new tricks.
There is one long-held belief on older dogs that the PSPCA will confirm.
They really attach to you, and I do think that they show appreciation a little bit more than you would with a little puppy.
The shelter can be stressful on older dogs.
It's a little harder on them, and like I said, they just, they really know who they are, and they want to be in a home, and they want to be a companion animal, just like Walter here. Come here.
And if Walter and Shorty are any proof, a pet with more years can also have more to offer.
He doesn't pee on the carpet. He doesn't chew things up. I can leave him at home alone. There's just so many benefits to having a vintage dog.
And you can see more stories like that on Dawn's Pet Project today at 2 o'clock on Comcast 248, Verizon 460. And be sure to like the show on Facebook. With your